Okay, so it's on conditional and loops. Today conditional and loops. I thought it was recursion. Oh, dia ada juga recursion in the slides. Okay, sekejap ya, saya enable your slides. Punya tak dibuka. Okay. Okay, so today's lecture is nothing, is not that, tak ada susah because it's all, you all dah pernah belajar and we are looking at conditionals and loops. Okay, semua nampak saya punya window, nampak lecture notes? Okay, so kalau nampak saya punya lecture notes, thumbs up. Everyone thumbs up. Okay, good. Okay, so I'll start with the lecture. Is about the if statements and conditions, other conditional statements and how to compare data, while statements and iterators, and also repetitions of statements. So this one is basic. You use these statements untuk flow control, meaning you want to control your program, then you use conditional and loop. Okay, so why you need this? Because you want to decide whether or not to execute a particular statement. So execute a statement over, or you want to execute a statement over and over again, meaning you not repeat that statement, sentiasa repeat sehingga it meets some conditions. So that's why you use that. Okay, so these decisions are based on Boolean expressions ataupun conditions that will be evaluated whether it is true or false. Okay, so the order statement execution is called flow of control. Order dia dinamakan flow of control. So what is a conditional statements? Conditional statements ni, let us choose which statements to be executed. Apa statement ataupun program ataupun line, your program line that will be executed seterusnya. Okay, so these conditional statements give you the power to make basic decisions. Okay, so the Java conditional statements yang kita, I think is a standard juga, all programming languages, kita ada if statement, if else statement and switch statements. So if else statement, dia punya syntax dia if, and then you just buat condition, and then they have a series of statements. Okay, so if ni dalam Java is a reserved words and the condition must be a Boolean expression. So it will return either true or false to a certain condition. Okay, so if the condition is true, the statement is executed, and if it is false, then the statement, it will be skipped. Okay, so the logic of an if statement, okay, so it will evaluate the condition. If it is true, it will run the statement of the program inside the if body, and then it will, if it is false, it will exit and it will not run the statements inside the if body. So kalau nak test the condition, you have the Boolean expressions. Okay, so you have equal to sign, not equal, less than, greater than, less than or equal to, ataupun greater than or equal to. So these are the symbols, and I guess semua orang tahu tak ada problem untuk memahami all those statements. Kalau you ada problem, you can raise up your hand and ask. So example of an if statement, for example here, if sum is bigger than max, then delta is equal to sum minus max. Okay. So then dia kata sum is equal to is sum lah. So the first condition is evaluated. The value of sum is either greater than the value of max. So if it is greater, then dia buat delta equal to sum minus max. Kalau tidak, dia akan skip. Okay, kalau you tengok kat sini, tak ada, what do you call it, the brackets. But it is a good practice to put the brackets in so that it is more readable. You pun tak confused. Okay, then meaning, so then it will be much more clear where is, if the if else or if statements ends and starts. Okay, so either way the print line is executed next. So kalau dia false ke, dia true ke, the print line tadi tu yang bawah tu system.out.println dia akan di-execute walaupun in any condition because of tak ada bracket tadi Okay, so for example this one minor, dia kata kalau age ni, kalau minor dia equal to 21, si scan ni dia akan dapatkan to get your input from the user, and then dia akan tanya enter your age, and then you will scan your age, and then it will print what you have entered. So if your age is less than the minor, meaning if it is less than 21, then dia kata youth is a wonderful thing, enjoy. And then they can also print age is a state of mind. Okay. So this is what the program is doing. Okay, so indentation. Okay, kalau dalam, sebab kita tak ada the bracket, so you can use the indentation to see or indicate the relationships of the if statement. The use of consistent indentation style makes a program easier to read and understand. So although it makes no difference to the compiler, proper indentation is crucial. Okay, so it is easier. For me, I always use the brackets so that I know where my if else and things working. So I know that I have the control of the program and I know where the flow of it. Okay. Okay, so this is some examples. What do the following statements do? If top is bigger or equal than maximum, then it will set the top equal to 0. So set top to 0 if the current value of top is greater than or equal to the value of maximum. Okay, set, and then this one here, if the total is not the same as the stock plus the warehouse, then you can say that there is an error. There is an inventory error. So if you see here, the condition is not just true and false. You can also put calculations in that conditions, and then that calculation will be evaluated. Okay, so the other way conditions yang ada is you use the logical operators. You use the and, or, ataupun logical or. So this is the symbol dia lah. Okay. Okay, kalau not is called a logical negations or logical complement. So if Boolean condition is true, then not is a false. Maksudnya if A is false, then how you write it is bank A. So meaning bank A is true. That is logical not. Okay, so it depends on your program, how you want to design it. Okay, so you can either do bank A ataupun you nak buat A saja. So it's up to you. But then, I don't know, I personally do things that is straightforward. I don't do things yang much more complicated. Okay, logical and logical or. Kalau logical and ni, dia guna the ampersand the symbol and tu, meaning that if both A and B is true, then is equal to true lah. Kan kalau you ingat true is equal to true, true false is false, false is false, and true false is also false. Okay, so that is the logical operators. Okay, so this is what I was saying. Okay, logical and then logical or. Dia ni or ni meaning dia pilih salah satu. Kalau true is true, true false is true. Okay, logical or. Kalau false true is true and false is false. Or and ni different sikit ya, compared to or and has a different results. So if you just remember that table, which I think daripada form 4, form 5, form 1 pun kita dah belajar kan. So there's nothing new lah. Okay. So this is another thing. Specific expressions can be evaluated using truth table. If total is less than max, okay, then you will say kalau dia kata the variable found to false, not found is true, then total less max and found is false. Because what and kan, if you have a true and false, it will be false. So you have to see, when you do this evaluation, you have to use the table of truth lah. Tengok which one. Think it's the guide from from the table that you have seen earlier. Okay, another one is called short circuit operators. If left operand is sufficient to determine the results, the right operand is not evaluated. Okay, so for example here, kalau left is dah cukup untuk determine the results, then the right operand will not be used. So for example, if count is not equal to 0 and total, so then ataupun dia akan bahagi count more than max. So if you see here, dia akan evaluate the left hand side dulu, baru dia akan evaluate the right. Okay, so this type of processing must be used carefully. Okay, so kalau you tengok pun dia tak straightforward. So it depends on the situations. There's no right and wrong in using it. It depends on the use that you want. Okay, so what do you think here? The first one, print 1 if x is equal to y, print 2 if x is greater than y, otherwise print 3. So what is the first blank there? Can you all type the answer? Boleh type jawapan? Izian Alish and also siapa tu? 79189. Can you type the answer? Ya, Izian dengan Dayang. Okey, jawab saya punya soalan ni. Apa yang pertama ni? Kosong yang pertama ni, what is the answer? If, okay, betul. Dayang? What's the answer for the second blank? Tak, in between X and Y ni apa sebenarnya? Saya minta Dayang jawab. Bukan saya sendiri ya, Dayang lain ni. Dayang 79189.
Kita orang share satu laptop, madam.
Ha?
Kita orang share satu laptop.
Oh, you all share tak apa? Oh, okay. So siapa yang jawab else? Siapa yang jawab else if tu?
Dayang.
Dayang, okay. Between X and Y, apa dia? It's not else if.
Else.
Salah? Okay, salah juga. Siapa 78102 salah juga. You tengok soalan. Dia kata print 1 if x is equal to y. Oh sorry, yes. Print 2. Okay, betul. Siapa jawab equal tu? Patrick Owen dengan siapa tadi yang seorang 78102 betul. Ke siapa? From dot to everyone. Nah, baguslah you all ni. Lain kali guna nama lah. Okay, so if x is equal to y, then print 1. Else if x is bigger than y, then print 2. Last kali siapa boleh jawab? The blank one. Oh, yang hujung sekali. Tekan saya. Last one, siapa boleh jawab ni? Senang je. Else. Okay, well done Krista and Daniel. Okay, so I know you guys know how to do how it works. So the if else statement ni yang kita tengok tadi, I think everyone knows how to use it. So I can just skip this. If the first condition is not met, then you can do the second condition, and then you can also put the last condition. Okay. Okay, so this is everyone senang faham. This is another example of a point class and flip.java. Okay, so it's better if you have an if else or else kan ada tu. It's better to put it in the in the bracket ataupun you put it in the block statement. In the braces so that you know and it will be easier for you guys to read it. Okay, saya memang practice. If ke memang saya letak je, saya tak kisah. So that it will be easier. Macam ni pun tak ada problem tak ada, there's no error. Kalau if ni tak ada braces, you tengok this if there's no braces here, it's still correct. Okay? But it will be quite bagi saya susah sikit lah baca macam tu, tapi there's no problem as long as you put indentation. Maksudnya you tapkan dia and it is neat, so it will be easier for you. Okay, conditional operator. Ini kita dah tengok dah tengok kan macam mana nak buat conditional operator. You just have to evaluate and then you have an if nested. If ni dia boleh nested, if dalam if, macam tu. So that's why that braces is important. So if you don't have a braces, then you have to buat indentation betul-betul lah. Okay, I'll let you guys see this switch statements. Okay, switch ni dia guna perkataan switch. Okay, switch ni dia akan tengok, dia akan evaluate the expression and then dia akan tengok case dia. Case 1 ke, case 2 or case 3, and the expression and the value tu dia mesti sama data type. Itu dia punya syarat dia. And then switch and case is a reserved word. So tak boleh lah guna dia sebagai nama variables ataupun you want to put it in the expression. It does not work. And this is how the syntax is. Tengok betul-betul. Case 1, case value 1, lepas tu dia ada semicolon. Okay? And then you have the statements. So often kalau dalam switch ni kita ada break statement. So break ni dia akan break, causes the control to transfer to another or to end the switch statement. Kalau you tak ada break, nanti dia pergi seterusnya. Okay, so that's why you use the break statement. So this is an example. So every switch cases, you letak statement, lepas tu you letak break. So bila you ada macam ni, it meaning that you only do case A and then you go out from this switch statement. Okay, kalau tak dia akan pergi ke B, dia akan pergi ke C, which is sometimes it will create logical error, but then tak semestinya syntax error. Okay, so switch statements can have optional default value, meaning kalau dia tak memenuhi mana-mana condition, you can put a default value ataupun you can put a default statement. It must execute this. Maksudnya macam tu lah, it must execute. So the expression of switch statement must result in integral type, meaning the integer dia mesti dalam bentuk byte, short, integer, long or char. Okay, so it cannot be boolean, meaning dia tak boleh true or false. Switch ni tak ada true or false sebab dia memang result dia akan true or false. Okay, and also float ataupun double. So ni kalau jumpa soalan untuk evaluate kesalahan, then you look at that. Maybe the trick is there. Okay, so grade report, this is an example to see the grades of your report. So tengok sini switch category, case 10 dia akan tulis perfect score, case 9 dia akan above average, and then case 8 is nice job, and so on. Okay. So this is an example. Switch senang je kan, tak ada problem kan? Ada soalan tentang switch? No questions? Okay, move on. Okay, the next one is comparing data. Comparing data ni kita biasa je lah, you guna comparison operators. Okay, so you can use an absolute values, you can use floating points. I think this one is a lot you will use in your assignment and in your project in comparing the data. Okay, you can also compare data uppercase and lowercase, and also dia akan guna the Unicode values. You think that you need to remember that in Java, character string is an object. String ni adalah object. So equal methods can be called with strings to determine if two strings contain exactly the same character. So kita guna equal method. Kalau you all ingat awal-awal dulu kita go through that object punya subject lecture kan. Kalau string you kena guna perkataan equal. Kita tak boleh guna sign. Kita tak boleh guna sign. Equal tu it does not work when you compare strings because it is an object. It's not a variable. Okay, so dalam string ni you boleh compare. There's a lot of other methods. You ada compare to, and then apa lagi? Yeah, so comparing strings is just using the compare to methods. Okay, let's see. Co-graphic ordering is not strictly alphabetical when uppercase and lowercase characters are mixed. For example, the string great comes before the string fantastic because all of the uppercase letter comes before all of the lowercase letters in Unicode. So also short strings come before longer strings with the same prefix lexi choreographically. So therefore, book comes before bookcase. Okay, so this is just how orders of your words lah. Okay, so the operator can be applied to objects. It returns true if two references are aliases to each other. The equal methods defines for all objects, but unless we redefine it when we write a class, it has the same semantic as this plus equal operator. But you can also redefine the string class to compare the characters in two strings. So when you write a class, you can redefine equal method to return true under whatever conditions that are appropriate. Okay, so sorry, while statement ni dia ada 3 jenis. So kita ada while, do and for. This is a repetition statement. Sekejap, kenapa dia tulis ni the while statement saja? Okay, so repetition statements in Java we have 3 types. So while, do and for loop. Okay, so the first one we're going to look at is a while statement. While ni apabila condition dia sentiasa true, it will do it. Okay, so while is true, then it will do it until it becomes false. Okay, so this one is nothing new. Okay, so example of a while statement integer count is equal to 1 while count is less than 5, and it will still do it until count becomes 5. Kan? Dia kata less or equal to 5. So bila count is equal to 5, dia akan keluar. It will not do it anymore. The loop can be used to maintain a running sum. So itu kegunaan while loop. So kalau you nak add things, add the values together, you can use a while loop. Okay, so another example of while loop can also be an infinite loop. Maksudnya dia sentiasa tolak. Bila sentiasa tolak tu, dia akan dapat the value is always less than 25. So while loop macam ni, dia akan the only way to stop it, you have to use the Control C button. Okay, dekat you punya keyboard. So that's the only way to stop it. So similar itu if statement, while loop juga boleh di nested. So you can nested all the loops and just have to know whether it's logically done or not lah. Itu sajalah. Okay, so you tengok kat sini, while loop is in another while loop. So it will execute the first one outside kan. Lepas tu dia sentiasa execute the inner while loop until the condition becomes false, and then dia akan execute the outer loop. Next one is called iterators. Okay, so iterators ni dia boleh guna hash next, okay, next methods and also scanner. So kalau hash next method returns a true if there is more data to be scanned, and the next method returns next scan token as a string. Okay, so I guess this one here sama juga you'll be using for your assignment. I hope you guys dah mula your assignment. Okay. Some other repetition statement. Do statements have the following syntax. Do while loop. So do mesti buat sekali sehingga that condition is met. Okay, you have to do at least once until the condition is evaluated. So that is do while. Okay, so the logical of a do while loop. Ini is in the graphical. So you have a statement, condition evaluated. If it is true, then it will execute the statement. If it is false, it will go out from the loop. For example of a do while loop, integer count is equal to 0. Do count plus plus meaning dia akan add count tu jadi 1. Dia akan print count, and then as long as count is less than 5, it will always repeat. Okay, ada soalan so far. Ini perbezaan while and do while or do loop. Okay, so while loop dia akan evaluate condition first. Kalau do loop tu dia mesti buat. Okay, so this is another graphical representation, while versus do while not age run do. Tak kira lah di hujung ke tak di hujung, dia akan pergi juga. Okay, without evaluating the conditions. Okay, for statements. Saya rasa semua tahu for statements ni dia ada initialization value, dia ada conditions and also increment. So kalau the initialization ni dia mesti execute at least once in order for the for loop to start, and then evaluate the conditions, and then dia akan increment. Okay, so this is how for loop look like, and then while condition ini for loop is a functionality equivalent. For loop ni sama seperti while loop. So if you have a for loop, actually you can change your for loop into a while loop. So this is how it looks like. Okay. Semua faham kan macam mana a while loop look like? So for integer count is equal to 1. Count is less than or equal to 5, and then count plus plus. So kalau it's up to you, you nak buat while loop pun boleh, you nak buat for loop pun boleh. So it's up to you. There's no wrong and right as long as the program works as how you want it to work. Okay, so stop if 1 is 5. So what do you do? If 1 is equal to 5, what's the blank there? Salah, Daniel, break. Salah. Okay, so apa jawapan kat sini? Stop if I is equal to 5. Dia kat sini memang dah if I is equal to 5, you can put break boleh jugalah. I think boleh letak break. Ataupun can you put a break? Boleh juga break lah. Can put a break. Betul lah Daniel. Tapi kan macam pelik lah dia punya. Kalau saya lah, saya takkan buat macam ni program ni. You can put a break there. Okay, you can put a break there, but then why do you need to evaluate I is equal sedangkan you boleh evaluate. Okay, so dia akan keluar apabila I equal to 5 sahaja. Kalau, then it will exit the loop. But if you want the loop to run, meaning kan loop ni kan dia akan pergi ke sampai 5 saja, dia takkan go more than that. Okay, so that's how it works. Kalau you nak buat infinite loop, then you have this this thing semicolon in your for loop. So that means you want to perform infinite loop. Okay, infinite loop ni kalau while tu semua boleh. Okay, we can come to the end of the lecture. So ada apa-apa soalan? Any questions? Ada question? No? Okay. Kalau tak ada soalan, let me just see. Sekejap ya. What we're expecting next week. Okay, lab 2 kena buat. Next week is on arrays. And then you have lab 3 and also test. Okay. So next week you ada lab 3 dan juga test. Okay, and on the 29 to 2nd June, kita tak ada kelas because it is gawai kan. It's a bit complex. Okay, so 1st June is Thursday, 2nd June is Friday. And then what else? Kelas hari Selasa patutnya ada 30. Patutnya ada kelas hari Selasa. Okay. Okay, so my class on 29 22nd, 23rd, 25th. Oh, okay, ada. My class on the 22nd to 26th kita ada kelas. Okay, next week kita ada kelas. Okay, the week after, which is 29 hingga 2 Jun, memang kita tak ada kelas. Okay. Kita akan continue kelas pada 6 hari bulan Jun. But lab and lab 4 semua ada Yang online lab dan lab 4 ni semua ada. Cuma my next class is next week, and then the week after tu kita tak ada kelas, and terus the next class is on the 6th June. Okay? Any questions? Yeah, because gawai is 1, 2 kan? Tak ada soalan? Okay, kalau you all tak ada soalan, I let you guys go. Okay? So far, okay, hopefully you all semua buat your project and your assignment and project. Make sure all of that ada, apa orang kata, snapshots of your discussions. Bukan sahaja online meeting, bukan sahaja your, what do you call that, your apa ni, kalau you buat Webex ke apa, snapshot tak, there is you need to snapshot your WhatsApp conversations. Itu penting sebab memang audit perlu untuk tengok. Okay, so tadi Dayang Nadirah ke? Siapa tadi yang minta saya? Izian, okay, Izian dengan Dayang Nadirah, is it? Siapa yang minta manual attendance tadi? Dayang dan Izian. Dayang tu Dayang Nadirah ke? 79189. Okay, yang lain memang tak ada Karin and whatsoever tak ada. Okay. Okay, kalau tak ada, I let you guys go. Sorry saya kurang sihat. Nanti saya takut you all jangkit dengan saya. Saya pun rasa saya jangkit dengan orang. So, better be safe lah. Okay, kalau tak ada apa-apa, then I let you guys go. And thank you very much. See you guys next week lah, insyaAllah. Thank you. Thank you.